Tensions were running high in Hot Topics yesterday when we were talking about the government-funded Planned Parenthood, but the debate got very personal in Congress last week when two congresswomen took the floor to share how unplanned pregnancy and abortion touched their lives. Take a look.
I am really touched by the passion of the opposite, to want to save black babies. I can tell you, I know a lot about having black babies. I've had 3 of them. And I had my first one when I was 18 years old.
I had a procedure at 17 weeks, pregnant with a child that had moved from the vagina into the cervix. And that procedure that you just talked about was a procedure that I endured. I lost a baby.
Please welcome Wisconsin Congresswoman Gwen and California Congresswoman Jackie Speier. We're glad that you're both here. Courageous, indeed, what you did to bring your own personal stories. Let's go back. The House Republicans last week passed an amendment to strip Planned Parenthood of government funding, mainly because of abortions, right? And when you shared your personal stories, I think it touched many women, including us. We were here sitting at the table talking about it. Congresswoman Moore, your unplanned pregnancy, did that affect your role in politics now?
Oh, absolutely. I can tell you that at the time I had this unplanned pregnancy, I lost an opportunity to go to Radcliffe, and I raised my daughter, but for the grace of God, I don't know how we made it. We had a lot of family support from friends and Marquette University, but as I think back on our lives, I've had inadequate daycare, subjected her to sexual predators. We've been food insecure. She's a great woman now, age 41. But she totally supports Planned Parenthood and their role and goal in helping women manage their lives. And a lot about public policy prevents women from self-actualizing. We ended welfare as we knew it, so that there's no guarantee of public support for women and children.
No safety net.
No safety net whatsoever. And from the moment you crown, you don't have the protection of those who say that they want to see children being born. I mean, in this budget bill, they stripped $747 million out of WIC, literally taking...
Tell them what WIC is.
Women, Infants, and Children's Program. It's a program that provides supplements for nursing women and for babies. Cut out the child and maternal health services, and stripped all kinds of services for women. Many people have called this budget a war on women.
Yeah, I want to make very clear, because if you just saw those clips, because Congressman Speier, you also got up and told the most personal story of your own experience, which you had not intended to do, because you are for Planned Parenthood, because it's not just abortions. They give so much money to education, to helping women understand what their problems might be, HIV testing, etc.
No, in fact,
so your standing up was to say, hey, it's not just abortions, but if you need one, let me tell you my story. Correct?
That's correct. In fact, what we were debating on the floor was defunding $300 million to Planned Parenthood just for the health care, for the breast cancer screening. Nothing about abortions. In fact, no federal dollars can go to abortions in the budget. No federal dollars can go to abortions.
I'd like to add, though, for over 30 years. To be clear, Planned Parenthood is the largest recipient of federal funds, also the nation's largest provider of abortions. My question is, because I understand that. If so separate, why not separate them? Why not have it under a different name, a different entity, and why put it all under one so there's no confusion, so the taxpayer doesn't then have to feel as though their money could potentially be going to an abortion where someone else is deciding the value of a life in their mind?
Okay,
why
first
not
of all,
separate
family planning.
It's fungible. The money is not fungible. It's 90%, literally 90% of the services that Planned Parenthood provide are diagnosis for cervical cancer, diabetes, and only 10% of their services.
Elizabeth
My
saying,
point
why
is
not
separate the
And
entities.
it is separate.
Why not
Separated.
hardline
And
it
it's
not under
important-
Planned Parenthood?
It's important to know that, first of all, they're audited constantly. They have separate facilities to provide services for abortion from the facilities that provide health care to women. They have separate staff. They have separate equipment. Everything is separated. They didn't even do the services on the same
But
day.
it still falls under Planned Parenthood umbrella, correct? My point is it could be clear to everybody if it was just called something else.
No, it wouldn't be clear. This is
the public.
This is also what they do, though.
You know, Live Action, when they put out the video, they released the video showing some Planned Parenthood employees advising on people giving false information so they can get an abortion. Now, they got the Planned Parenthood, they got fired, the specific employee. In Jersey. Could this happen again?
Well, it happens all the time. It's been going on for 4 years where they've come into Planned Parenthood trying to do these entrapments. It was one woman. She was fired out of 11,000 employees at Planned Parenthood.
One
This
woman
was
caught doing it, right?
But the point is, Planned Parenthood prevents abortions.
Is this bill going to be passed? What do you think is going to happen to this
Prevents and
amendment?
It's on the Senate
prevents
side
more
now.
abortions than it provides because women
It
do.
happens to be the law of the land also. Let's not forget Roe v. Wade is part of the law of this country. It's not like they did
I'm not saying that they are. I guess my point is just saying I think this argument could be very clear if it were just a different...
Let them...
It prevents abortions, and it also prevents unhealthy births. You know, when you become pregnant, you do need supportive services. Planned Parenthood's clients, 75% of them are at 150% or below poverty level. And 60% of all women use this as their primary health care system.
I agree. You know, I think you're both courageous women for coming
Thank
here, and
you
we are
so
glad
much
that we
for
can have this kind of discussion. Only can we have it here. All right, thanks to Congresswoman Gwen and Jackie Speier. We will be right back. Thank you both.